Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKakwadash. Yahweh is the name of the Father, meaning He is, He exists, He to be. Ba'in Ha-the, Sham name, Yahushai, being the begotten Son, meaning He delivers, He saves. HaKakwadash, Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great most honorable well, peace and blessings to the elected, the nation of Israel, Shalom, and above all. Back at it again with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. When you win, give the Lord His credit. Okay? Whenever you win, or you may come up on something, or whatever the case might be, all right, give Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai His credit, because the Lord is the reason why you won. The Lord is the reason why you were exalted. And vice versa. The Lord is the reason why you lost. The Lord is the reason why you were abased. For whatever His purpose is. As it says in Romans 13:7, render therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor. That's right. So you got to give the Lord His credit, man. Give Him His just due. All right, because you'll sit here and try to say ways of how you won and how you were so strategic, and but at the end of the day, it was Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai who put the spirit on you to do what you do. We're all just the Lord's puppets. Okay, the Lord's really the one calling all the shots. All right, we're His utensils. He's using us to execute His will. All right, and He could have done it with anybody else. So let's go ahead and get this real quick. First Samuel 4:1. And the word of Samuel came to all Israel. Now Israel went out against the Philistines to battle and pitched beside Ebenezer, and the Philistines pitched in Aphek. And the Philistines put themselves in array against Israel, and when they joined battle, Israel was smitten before the Philistines, and they slew of the army in the field about 4,000 men. And when the people were coming to the camp, the elders of Israel said, wherefore have the Lord smitten us today before the Philistines? So you see how they acknowledged it was Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai who gave them to their enemies. It says, let us fetch the ark of the covenant of the Lord out of Shiloh unto us, that when it cometh among us, it may save us out of the hand of our enemies. So here it is, they're putting their trust in the ark of the covenant, not in the Lord. Now, I won't say that Jake didn't necessarily put their trust in the Lord, but they were thinking they needed the ark of the covenant to win the battle. But guess what happened? All right, and not that the ark of the covenant wasn't an important factor in our nation's history and culture. All right, but let's just keep reading. It says, so the people went to Shiloh, that they might bring from thence the ark of the covenant of the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth between the cherubims. And the two sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas, were there with the ark of the covenant of the Most High. And when the ark of the covenant of the Lord came into the camp, all Israel shouted with a great shout, so that the earth rang again. And when the Philistines heard the noise of this shout, they said, what meaneth the noise of this great shout in the camp of the Hebrews? And they understood that the ark of the Lord was coming to the camp. And the Philistines were afraid, for they said, God is coming to the camp. Right? So you're getting the impression that, you get the ark of the covenant, you're automatically going to win. Right? So imagine if Jake was to win that battle. They would probably give the Lord the credit, but what would they also mention? When we got that ark of the covenant, man, hey, Lord turned it around. You got to give the Lord all the credit. Okay? And like I said, not knocking the ark of the covenant, but you have to give the Lord all the credit. But watch this, right? It says, woe, and they said, woe unto us, for there hath not been such a thing heretofore. Woe unto us, who shall deliver us out of the hand of these mighty gods? These are the gods that smote the Egyptians with all the plagues in the wilderness. And that's us, the nation of Israel. It says, be strong and quit yourselves like men, O ye Philistines, that ye be not servants unto the Hebrews, as they have been to you. Quit yourselves like men and fight. And the Philistines fought, and Israel was smitten, and they fled every man into his tent. And there was a very great slaughter, for there fell of Israel 30,000 footmen. And the ark of the Most High was taken, and the two sons of Eli and Hophni and Phinehas were slain. All right, so as you continue to read in 1 Samuel, you'll read about what happened with the Ark of the Covenant and how eventually it came back. But the point of the matter is what, man? that we can't put our trust in the Ark of the Covenant per se, even though Yahweh Shai ordained it. All right, we have to put our trust in the Lord who ordained the Ark of the Covenant, man. Like she'll say, worshiping the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. All right, it's not because of the Ark of the Covenant why we won the battles of our enemies. It's because Yahweh Shai delivered them into our hands, whether He used the Ark of the Covenant or not. Okay, another good example is in the book of Judges. All right, what happened unto Samson? Samson told Delilah, he said, Judges 16 and I'll go straight to the point, Lord willing. Verse 17, I'll start at 16, Judges 16 and 16. And it came to pass when she pressed him daily with her words and urged him so that his soul was vexed unto death, that he told her all his heart and said unto her, there have not come a razor upon mine head, for I have been a Nazarite unto the Most High from my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak and be like any other man. Right, so basically Samson was letting her know, look, I'm a Nazarite. I've been a Nazarite since I was born. And, you know, if I shave my head, if I break my Nazarite vow, basically he's going to lose all his strength, right? So she's getting the impression that his strength is coming from his hair. But watch this. And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, come up this once, for he hath shewed me all his heart. Then the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and brought money in their hand. And she made him sleep upon her knees. And she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head, which those locks go into plaits. They weren't dreadlocks, okay? And you go into the Hebrew word of the word locks is plait, all right? It says, and she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. So now you might still think, yeah, look, she cut off his she cut off his hair, and you know, his strength went away, right? But check this out. It says, and she said, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he woke out of his sleep and said, I will go out as other times before and shake myself. And he wist not that the Lord was departed from him. So Samson was like, yeah, I'm finna be delivered again. Still thinking he had his hair, right? So I'm going to skip down because for sake of time. So when they captured Samson, they gouged out his eyes, you know. They basically made mockery of him, right? But check this out. It says, but the Philistines took him and put out his eyes and brought him down to Gaza and bound him with fetters of brass. And he did grind in the prison house. Howbeit the hair of his head began to grow again after he was shaven, right? And why was that? Because the Lord made it grow. All right? But it goes to show you that his strength really wasn't in his hair. His strength was in Yahweh Shai. Now read down to verse 28. It says, and Samson called unto the Lord and said, O Lord, power, remember. Because you got to think about it. If you get your hair chopped off, okay, and all of a sudden your hair starts to grow back again, that's the Lord, man. Your hair does not grow back that quickly. You cut your hair in one day, all right, your hair is not going to grow back overnight. Hair growth is not a quick process, okay? But that's how you know that was of the Lord, man. But it wasn't in his hair. It was in Yahweh Shai. And Samson called unto the Lord and said, O Lord, power, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me, I pray thee, only this once, O power, that I may be at once avenged of the Philistines from my 2 eyes. And Samson took hold of the 2 middle pillars upon which the house had stood, and on which it was borne up, and on the one with his right hand, and of the other with his left. And Samson said, let me die with the Philistines. And he bowed himself with all his might, and the house fell upon the lords and upon all the people that were therein. So the dead which he slew at his death were more than they which he slew in his life. Okay? Right. But the key moral of the story is what? The Lord gave Samson that strength. All right? When you read the story in Judges, the 7th chapter, with Gideon, what did the Lord say? Judges 7:2. And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, mine own hand hath saved me. Right? So the Lord letting Gideon know, look, you got too many soldiers with you. Send some back, because I don't want Israel to get puffed up thinking that they are the reason why they were saved from their enemies, man. As it says in Psalms 33:16, there is no king saved by the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. A horse is a vain thing for safety. Neither shall he deliver any by his great strength. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive in famine. That's right. Our soul waiteth for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name. That's right, man. Okay? So that's where we put our strength in. That's where we put our trust in. That's where we boast ourselves, in Yahweh Bashem Ashai. We don't have any confidence in this flesh, man. Okay? Because it's not the flesh that's delivering us. It's Yahweh Bashem Ashai delivering us, man. Giving us the ability to do what we do. To win. All right? Or to lose. Okay? Deuteronomy 32:27, were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, unless they should say, our hand is high, and the Lord hath not done all this. Right. All right. That's how Esau and these heathen be acting. Mainly Esau. You know, when they get the one up. All right. And they get a win. They think it's because they've been so diligent and so prudent. But really, it's Yahweh Bashem Ashai who gave it unto them. Isaiah 10:12. Wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord hath performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and on Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria and the glory of his high looks. So the Lord's going to judge Esau, Edom, the elites, all right, these wicked heathen, and their proud and their pride. For he saith, by the strength of my hand have I done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people, and have robbed their treasures, and have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man. And my hand hath found as a nest the riches of the people, and as one gathereth eggs that are left, have I gathered all the earth, and there was none that moved the wing, or opened the mouth, or peeped. Okay, right. So Esau really thinks that he's the reason why he has control over the planet Earth. But as the scripture says in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Meaning what? The Lord gave it. As it says in the book of Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. In due time, he will set over it one that is profitable. So Yahweh Bashem Ashai is the one who gave Esau power over the earth. Revelation 6:4 tells you that as well. Power was given to that red horse, man, to take peace from the earth, man. And that's exactly what Esau has done. And Esau thinks it's because of his own strength and his own might. But no, it's because the Lord made you do it. All right, you are the Lord's sword. Psalm 17:13. Isaiah 10:15. Shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith? Or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it? As if the rod should shake itself against them that lift it up? Or as if the staff should lift up itself as if it were no wood? Right. So basically, let's say you got an axe, right? And you're chopping down a tree. Can the axe be like, yeah, I'm the reason why this tree got chopped down? No, the reason why the tree got chopped down is not because the axe alone. It's because the person who was swinging the axe, man. Mainly, all right, because if nobody grabs the axe or does anything to make the axe have any movement, then the axe won't move. It's the same thing in the spirit with Yahweh Bashem Ashai. The Lord is the reason why we do what we do, because he puts the spirit on us to do it. All inspiration comes from Yahweh Bashem Ashai, man. That's why you can't be proud, calling Bashem Ashai. That's why you can't be proud and think that you're the reason why you win. Because, you know, you just got so much skill and so much might. No, it's because Yahweh Bashem Ashai put the spirit on you to have that skill and that might and to win. Psalm 75:4. I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not up the horn. Lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But Yahweh Bashem Ashai is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another. That's right. So promotion, it doesn't come from the north, south, east, west. It comes from Yahweh Bashem Ashai. He's the judge. He's the one who exalts, and he's the one who abases, man. He's the one who raises people up, and he's the one who brings people down low. Okay? So we can't deal foolishly and lift and have a stiff neck. As it says in Romans 9:17, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose, have I raised thee up. Who raised the Pharaoh up? The Lord did. That I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Right, and that's talking about ancient Pharaoh. And this applies to the modern day Pharaoh, which is Esau, Edom. The Lord raised them up with great power. All right, these devils got all types of technology, technological advancements and weaponry, and you know, they think that they got it. They think that they're the Most High. But the Lord's getting ready to show him that he's the reason why they got raised up so high, just so when he brings them down low, he can get glory from it, man. Okay? Deuteronomy 8 and 17, it says, and thou say in thine heart, my power and the might of mine hand. All right, so let me get that real quick. Deuteronomy 8 and 17, it says, I'll start at 11, Deuteronomy 8 and 11. Beware that thou forget not the Lord thy power in not keeping his commandments and his judgments and his statutes which I command thee this day, lest when thou hast eaten and art full and hast built goodly houses and dwelt therein, and when thy herds and thy flocks multiply, and thy silver and thy gold is multiplied, and all that thou hast is multiplied, then thine heart be lifted up, and thou forget the Lord thy power, which broughtest thee forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage, who led thee through that great and terrible wilderness, wherein were fiery serpents and scorpions and drought, where there was no water, who brought thee forth water out of the rock of flint, who fed thee in the wilderness with manna, which thy fathers knew not, that he might humble thee, and that he might prove thee to do thee good at thy latter end. Right, so basically the Lord's like, look, remember me. After you catch all them W's, after you winning, remember all them things I did for you. Verse 17, and thou say in thine heart, my power and the might of mine hand hath gotten me this wealth. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy power, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which he swore unto thy fathers, as it is this day. And it shall be, if thou do at all forget the Lord thy power, and walk after other gods, and serve them and worship them, I testify against you this day that ye shall surely perish, man. So that goes to show you that it's the Lord. The Lord is the reason why we won, man. The Lord is the reason why, prosperity happens unto you, man. It's not of ourselves, man. Okay? A lot of Jake think that they self-made. A lot of Jake think they just so raw, and that's why they winning. No, it's Yahweh Basham Shai who made you win. Psalms 124:1, a song of degrees of David. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick, when their wrath was kindled against us. Then the waters had overwhelmed us, the stream had gone over our soul, then the proud waters had gone over our soul. Blessed be the Lord, who hath not given us as a prey to their teeth. Our souls escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth. That's right. All right. And it was necessary for me to put the whole chapter, because from the start to the finish, it shows you that it's of Yahweh Basham Shai why we are delivered from the hands of our enemies, man. It shows that Yahweh Basham Shai is the reason why our enemies have not prevailed against us, man. Okay? So when you catch a win, give the Lord his credit, man. In everything we do, we're supposed to praise the Lord. So we have to continually give praises and thanks to Yahweh Basham Shai, because without the Lord, we wouldn't be able to accomplish anything, man. And that's a fact. You may be skillful at something. You may have talent. You may be, good or have a gift with certain things. But at the end of the day, you wouldn't be able to do that unless the Lord gave you the ability to do it. Okay? And if you can't acknowledge that, then that's just pride. And that's also foolishness, man. All right? To think that you're the reason why you're doing the things that you're doing. You're not. Yahweh Basham Shai is the reason. And that's really what I wanted to say. All right? I just wanted to do a lesson on that. Because at the end of the day, it's of Yahweh Basham Shai why we do the things that we do. So we can't be proud and think that, it's all on us. It's of the Lord, man. All right? And I'm going to go ahead and read the story with Gideon, because this also shows you how the Most High wants you to know that, look, it's him that's giving us the victory. All right? It's Yahweh Basham Shai that gives us the victory, not ourselves. All right? Judges 7:2, and the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands, lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, mine own hand hath saved me. Now therefore, go to proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early from Mount Gilead. And there return of the people 22,000, and there remained 10,000. And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people are yet too many. Bring them down into the water, and I will try them for thee there. And it shall be that of whom I say unto thee, this shall go with thee, the same shall go with thee. And of whomsoever I say unto thee, this shall not go with thee, the same shall not go. So he brought down the people into the water. And the Lord said unto Gideon, everyone that lappeth of the water with his tongue as a dog lappeth, him shalt thou set by himself. Likewise everyone that bowed down upon his knees to drink. And the number of them that lapped, putting their hand to their mouth, were 300 men. But all the rest of the people bowed down upon their knees to drink water. And the Lord said unto Gideon, by the 300 men that lapped will I save you, and deliver the Midianites into thine hand, and let all the other people go, every man unto his place. Man, that's right. So the Lord said, look, by 300 men will he deliver the Midianites into their hands, man. Going to show you that what? The Lord wanted them to know that, look, it's not about numbers. Okay? Because with Yahweh Bashem Ashai, it is all as one man. It is no hard thing for the Lord to deliver with a great company or a small, as it says in 1 Maccabees. All right, the 3rd chapter. All right, it's all one to Yahweh Bashem Ashai, man. So what's the difference per se? Whether who the Lord has set up to win or lose. Ultimately, 1 Maccabees 3:18, and you could be more qualified than the person who beat you. You could have more skill, more knowledge. You could be stronger. You could be faster. You could be smarter. You know, more technique. All of that, man. But if the Lord wants that individual to win, they're gonna win, and vice versa. Some person can be quote unquote more qualified than you, but if the Lord wants you to win, you're gonna win regardless. Okay, and that's why we need to have this mindset of faith and having expectation that the Lord will deliver us if we're doing the right thing, because guess what? We're serving him, man. So, you know, we need to believe, okay, and hope and wait upon Yahweh Hashem Shai to deliver us from the hands of our enemies, because best believe we got many. You know, a lot of people hate us, and, you know, we're just living our lives. We're not doing anything to them. I'm not giving them a reason to hate us, but they really they hate the spirit of the Lord that's on us, man. And they see the favor, you know, so they got an evil eye. But that doesn't matter at the end of the day, because Yahweh Bashem Shai is with us, man. And that's all that matters, you know. So people are definitely going to hate. The Lord said it was going to happen. But we don't got to be afraid or worried, because Yahweh Bashem Shai got our back. 1 Maccabees 3 and verse 15. I read this the other day. I'm going to read it again, Lord willing. So it says, 1 Maccabees 3 and 15. So he made him ready to go up, and there went with him a mighty host of the ungodly to help him, and to be avenged of the children of Israel. And when he came near to the going up of Betharon, Judas went forth to meet him with a small company. You see? So the ungodly was a mighty host. There was a lot of them, right? But Judas and his righteous company was a small company, who, when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few, to fight against so great a multitude and so strong, seeing we are ready to faint with fasting all this day? Right, so on top of them being a small company, a small number of soldiers in comparison to that mighty host, all right, the wicked soldiers, because a host means a soldier, all right, or armies, okay, Tazabah, host, all right, Tazabawath, host, plural, you know, armies, okay. But it said what? You know, how are we so few be able to fight against this multitude? And they were fasting on top of that. What did Judas say unto them? 1 Maccabees 3 and 18. Unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few. And with the power of heaven, it is all one to deliver with a great multitude or a small company. For the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of an host, going back to Psalms 33. But strength cometh from heaven. They come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy us, and our wives and children, and to spoil us, but we fight for our lives and our laws. Wherefore the Lord himself will overthrow them before our face. And as for you, be ye not afraid of them. That's right, Exodus 14:14. You know, the Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace, man. The Lord is the reason why our enemies get delivered into our hands. All right, Barakatah Yahweh Bashem El Shai. The Lord is the reason why we do what we do. Ooh, let me get this quick one. All praises to Yahweh Bashem El Shai. It's Philippians 2:13. It says, for it is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. I'll read it, verse 12. Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That's right, and that's something that we have to constantly remember. We're all working out our own salvation, so we got to make sure that we're doing what we need to be doing so that we individually are in right standing with the Lord. Of course, we want to see the body make it. We want to see the best for the body, but we all need to make sure that we're being diligent within ourselves and doing our due diligence, because we're all going to have to stand before that judgment seat individually before Yahweh Bashem El Shai. So we got to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling. Verse 13, for it is Yahweh Bashem El Shai which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure. That's right. So it's the Lord working in us, man, to do his good pleasure, to do his will. All right. So it's Yahweh Bashem El Shai giving us the ability to do what we do. And I know I might sound like a broken record, but that's just the fact of the matter. All right. First Maccabees 3:23. Now as soon as when he had left off speaking, he leaped suddenly upon them, and so Saran and his host was overthrown before him. What's the conclusion of the matter? That the Lord overthrew the enemies for them, man. And there's many different stories about the Lord overthrowing our enemies for us, man. Especially us being outnumbered. Okay? And what you think, when the martial law troops come, we're not going to be outnumbered? Most definitely we're going to be outnumbered. But otherwise the scriptures say what? When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him, man. And we see that happen on really a day-to-day basis. The Lord be lifting up a standard against our enemies, man. But it's going to be, but when that time comes, you know, really, I'm going to say this, right? The Lord be matching people's energy, man. You know, like if somebody has ill will towards you, the Lord will recompense it according to that level of their ill will, if you will. All right? Like let's say somebody thought evil towards you. All right? The Lord might judge them. Let's say somebody was intending to harm you. Hey, the Lord might kill him. You know what I'm saying? It is really that serious. You know, those are just two examples, really, from least to greatest, if you will, man. You know, so Esau and those martial law troops, their intentions is going to be to harm us, to kill us. And guess what, man? The Lord going to lift up that standard via spiritual power, man. They're going to see the power of Yahweh Bashem El Shai, man. Okay? But, you know, I'm not going to make this point too long. I believe the point has been solidified through the Spirit, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up with that. That's my edifying, man. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Chakudash. All right. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great most never will. Peace and blessings to the elected nation of Israel. Shalom and above all.